General Hospital spoilers reveal that Chase is getting closer to the truth behind the complex schemes involving Drew and Selena in the takeover of the Savoy. Initially, his investigation focused only on shady deals and ownership of the club, but as he digs deeper, Chase realizes that there are hidden forces manipulating everything behind the scenes. Secret meetings, inexplicable money transfers, and, notably, Selena's involvement, one of the most dangerous figures in Port Charles, make Chase understand that this is not just a business transaction. Curtis, who has worked hard to build the Savoy into a reputable venue, now faces the threat of losing everything. Drew is no longer the ally he once was, and Selena never simply wanted a legal business. Chase knows that if the truth about Drew and Selena's dealings comes to light, Curtis could be pushed out of the picture, and Drew will lose the trustworthy image he has spent so long cultivating. But what's even more frightening is that Chase suspects Drew is not only colluding with Selena to take control of the Savoy, but he might also be using the venue for other covert activities. The situation intensifies when Curtis begins noticing irregularities in Drew's dealings and relationships. Initially, Curtis wants to believe that Drew is still trying to help him maintain control of the Savoy, but Drew's increasingly obvious actions leave Curtis with no choice but to suspect otherwise. Selena is an ambitious woman who is not content staying in the background. If she truly wants the Savoy, it means Curtis will lose his position, and Drew may be helping her execute that plan. The evidence Chase gathers not only reveals that Selena holds more power than Curtis ever imagined but also hints that Drew may have gone much further in the underground dealings. Aligning with Selena is not just a business move. It might be part of a larger plan involving other hidden forces controlling everything in Port Charles. If Chase continues his investigation, he may uncover secrets that affect not just Curtis but also other powerful figures in the town. Curtis cannot sit back as the risk of losing the Savoy becomes more apparent. He knows that if Selena takes control of everything, there will be no turning back. But what worries Curtis even more is that Drew, whom he once considered a friend, may have betrayed him to achieve his own goals. The tension between Curtis and Drew escalates as they begin facing off in private meetings, and the suspicion between them can no longer be hidden. Chase is in the middle of a battle where he doesn't yet know who is truly pulling the strings. Is Drew secretly manipulating everything for his own agenda? Does Selena only want a business location, or does she have bigger ambitions? And most importantly, can Curtis protect what's his before it's too late? Chase's investigation could lead him to shocking truths, and when those are revealed, it may not just affect Curtis but the entire town of Port Charles, pulling everyone into an endless power struggle. Chase is conducting an investigation that could change Curtis' life entirely, and his latest findings are taking things further than anyone could have imagined. Documents regarding the Savoy's ownership and financial transactions not only expose the dangerous link between Drew and Selena but also reveal another shocking truth, a secret that could completely shatter the trust Curtis once had. While reviewing documents related to Curtis, Chase unexpectedly uncovers hidden information about Trina's real father. Curtis has always believed he is Trina's biological father, and that has influenced many of his decisions, from how he handled his relationship with Portia to his long-term plans. However, the truth that is revealed could completely alter everything. Trina is actually Taggart's daughter, not Curtis. This information could shake the entire Curtis family and Trina herself. For all this time, Curtis has tried to build a relationship with Trina, attempting to be the father she could rely on, but it could all come crashing down in an instant. The feelings of betrayal and loss could throw Curtis into a serious mental crisis, especially as he faces the possibility of losing control of the Savoy to Selena and Drew. Portia will also not escape the consequences of this secret. The fact that she hid the truth about Trina from Curtis could permanently damage their relationship. Curtis may never forgive her for allowing him to believe something false all these years. As for Trina, how will she react when she finds out that her biological father is actually Taggart? Will she accept the truth and return to her real family, or will she feel betrayed by her own mother? While Curtis is struggling to process this shock, Selena may take advantage of the situation to completely push him out. Curtis' distraction with personal issues could create the perfect opportunity for her to finish the takeover of the Savoy without any hindrance. Drew, who Curtis once considered an ally, may also exploit this situation to solidify his position and ensure that he gets what he wants without Curtis. Chase knows he is uncovering a secret that could change many people's lives, but he also understands that the truth must come to light. Should he reveal everything and let Curtis face the consequences, or should he help Curtis regain control before it's too late? With all the rising tensions, one thing is certain: Port Charles will never be the same once the truth is revealed. Curtis, Portia, Trina, and Taggart will have to face the hardest decisions of their lives, and relationships that were once built on trust may shatter right before their eyes. Meanwhile, Selena and Drew continue to manipulate the situation, ready to take advantage of every opportunity to achieve their goals. Will Curtis be able to hold on to anything important in his life, or will he lose it all? Curtis knows he is facing an unequal battle. The secrets about the Savoy's ownership, Selena and Drew's manipulation, and the shocking truth about Trina's real identity have put him in a more dangerous situation than ever before. The feelings of betrayal and loss make Curtis realize that he cannot continue fighting alone. In his desperation, he turns to Jason, the only one who can help him regain control and protect what matters most. Jason is no stranger to high-stress situations and power struggles. When Curtis approaches him and shares everything, Jason quickly understands the gravity of the problem. Selena doesn't just want the Savoy, she is seizing every opportunity to solidify her power, and Drew, once considered reliable, is helping her in this ambitious plan. Jason realizes that to help Curtis reclaim power, they need a specific strategy, a plan that could turn the tide before Selena and Drew have complete control. While Jason starts outlining the necessary steps to help Curtis, their actions begin drawing Selena's attention. She knows that Jason is a significant threat and that his intervention could ruin everything. Selena increases the pressure, speeding up her takeover of the Savoy and using every trick to ensure Curtis has no chance to fight back. However, with Jason's support, Curtis begins to uncover weaknesses in Selena's system and starts to strike back. Drew, realizing that he might be dragged into a fight he never anticipated, begins feeling the pressure as Curtis and Jason join forces. Does Drew truly want to go all the way with this plan, or will he find a way to escape the situation before it's too late? This causes the conflict between Curtis and Drew to escalate, with Jason playing a key role in this dangerous game. Meanwhile, the battle for the Savoy is just one part of the issue. Curtis is also facing a personal crisis as the secret about Trina is exposed. The feeling of betrayal from Portia, the pain of realizing he is not Trina's real father, and the loss seem to be dragging Curtis down into a deep emotional pit. Jason, who has gone through similar losses and conflicts, tries to help Curtis keep his composure, reminding him that this fight is not just about the Savoy, it's also about honor, justice, and protecting the people who matter. But as Curtis and Jason ramp up their counterattack, they are unaware that Selena has already prepared for such scenarios. She may have devised another plan to permanently stop Curtis, or even have an ace up her sleeve that no one knows about. As the confrontation intensifies, a big question remains: can Curtis regain control of his life, or will he lose everything to those he once trusted? Drew is sinking deeper into darkness than ever before, causing those who once trusted him to start doubting the path he is taking. After all the losses he's endured, from losing control at the Savoy to his strained relationship with Willow and the shocks related to Trina's true identity, Drew is no longer the rational and trustworthy man he once was. He has become obsessed, driven by feelings of loss and betrayal, and is willing to do whatever it takes to regain his status, even if it means betraying those who once considered him an ally. Drew's recent actions have made Curtis increasingly cautious. Curtis, already feeling the pressure to keep the Savoy, now realizes that Drew is working with Selena to control all the underground operations in the town. Curtis understands he is facing a real threat. Drew is no longer an ally or a friend, he has become a potential enemy, ready to play dirty to achieve his goals. Curtis knows that if he doesn't act now, Drew may push him out of the game forever. Jason can't just stand by. When he returns to Port Charles, Jason realizes that everything has changed, and one of the most troubling changes is Drew. The brother he once trusted has become a different person, someone willing to exploit anyone to gain power. Jason can accept a lot, but Drew manipulating and betraying those around him is not something he will tolerate. When Curtis turns to Jason for help, Jason knows that he can't sit on the sidelines. It's time to act. Sasha can no longer trust Drew the way she used to. She once thought Drew was someone reliable, but now, he only makes her uneasy. When Michael returns and is ready to fight for custody, Drew quickly takes advantage of the situation to try to control the legal battle in his favor. This scares Sasha. She can't let Drew control her life or the baby she's carrying. She turns to Jason, hoping that he can help her fight Drew and ensure she doesn't get pushed out of this battle. But the biggest issue is that Drew has no intention of stepping back. When he realizes that Curtis, Jason, and Sasha are joining forces against him, he starts making more decisive moves than ever before. Drew cannot bear the thought of being pushed aside or betrayed, and he decides that if he can't get what he wants, no one else will. He starts using more dangerous tactics, even possibly enlisting Selena's help to ensure that Curtis, Jason, and Sasha can't get in his way. The tension escalates as the confrontation between Drew and Curtis, Jason, and Sasha turns into a real battle. Curtis is trying to hold his ground and protect the Savoy from those who want to take it. Jason knows that Drew is becoming more dangerous than ever, and he can't let the situation go too far. Sasha is doing everything she can to keep her child out of this power struggle. But will all their efforts be enough to stop Drew before he becomes an unstoppable dark force? Everything is heading toward a dangerous turning point. If Drew doesn't stop, he may lose everything, his family, his honor, and even his life. But the question is, does he truly want to stop, or has he gone too far to turn back? As the battle between Drew and those who once were his allies intensifies, Port Charles is about to witness a storm no one could ever expect.